On a weekend like we just got done, where we just looked like the best team in the league. Defensively, I thought we played incredible. I really did. I thought William had an amazing weekend. Yep. Really did. And I don't like singling people out because I do know the concept of a team. But is there a guy that maybe is newer or younger that has caught your eye that you want to maybe give a special fist pound to, that you see as embracing the game and doing it the right way?
Yeah, when I'm looking at the group, I mean, we got like the veterans, like William, the veteran stepped up, right?
Yeah.
We got some players that's moving.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the young man, didn't he play this weekend, Kalu?
Yeah.
We got Mo, who's 21, 22, is in his still transitioning piece and understanding. So the one thing I want to tell the young players is that it's very important that they be very, very patient.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not because they haven't arrived to that place yet, right?
Yeah.
So it's tough to kind of single them out. I want to single all of them out. Is that when back in the day we had 44 games, and when you went through a season, that's 44 games underneath your belt. Then you start to arrive.
Right.
These young men coming into the game 10.
Yeah.
They play, and if they're playing every game, there's 24. They're still much off. So what my focus on all of them to empower them is that you gotta keep grinding.
Yeah.
Hard work first. Yeah. And continue to work on the craft. And that's the only way. That's the only way they can come out. To keep performing every weekend.
Let me ask you this, and this is just really a sort of opinion. Do you think the Brazilians have an advantage being young over other players being young because of the futsal culture in their country?
Well, looking at Brazil and culture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the advantage comes whereas that this is, embedded into them.
Right.
They wake up playing this game.
Yeah.
But with that said, young Americans are coming through this process.
They really are.
I think the difference of where we're having it now is that there's so much opportunities for the young American players.
Yeah.
So much in football going on, and now they have the access to travel overseas.
Yeah.
What we're finding is that into the futsal game and into our game, the arena game, we're not attracting them early because they're coming out of college and that's their goal, right?
Yeah,
the MLS and so on. So what you find is that yes, you are correct with the futsal in Brazil, Argentina, some South Americans. You find is that it may not be as huge down there, or it may, I'm not sure, as far as the professional culture.
Yeah.
But also is that who doesn't want to be here?
Right.
Just what a place, and they got a chance. This is an option for them to get a chance. But I think once we start to acknowledge and continue our development with our young people going into futsal or just becoming that option and an avenue for them, it's going to be awesome.
Let me ask you, away from soccer for a minute, explain a little bit about why you do go home once a month and what your business is and what you actually do off the field.
Yeah, so...
What's the name of your company?
Okay, my company's Bascome Enterprise.
Right.
And what I've done is that when I started playing pro, myself and my cousin Sean Godo, who ended up playing for Man City.
Right.
Big name, Feed to go. You did not do that. What were you for?
Man City.
Who are you for?
United.
Okay, well, yeah, United is fine.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So what happens is that when we signed pro...
I love Liverpool.
It is.
Yeah.
Strong Liverpool fan.
Yes.
So when I first started signing pro started signing pro in 1990, we both said we want to do everything we can to help our young people.
Right.
Now this is when we're 19 years old, 19, 20. And the interesting part is that we never played to be a pro, We played to be an entertainer.
Sure.
So
that's really interesting.
It was entertainment because you look, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest, they used to come to Bermuda to play warm-up games back then. Yeah. So it was like, wow, I want to be that person. I want to entertain. I want people coming to watch me play. Yeah. And then when we left, we was like, wow, it's only one thing we want to do was get little people in our country to sign autographs. We want to sign autographs. That was it.
Really?
It was unbelievable. And because let me tell you, comedians, we are tough, man. We are tough.
Yeah, you got to do a lot to get even a fist bump. Right.
And so a lot of celebrities, they love coming to Bermuda because nobody bothers them. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's Coach calling me right now.
That's all right.
I'm going to let them know that I'll be finished up here shortly, yeah? So what happened was that, wow, we can get, sign an autograph We got a little munchkin to come. So we started I was a pro soccer clinic, Bascome pro soccer clinic in 1990. Now it's been running for going on 29 years now.
That's
and what happened was that I always came to the US. I wanted to play outdoor first.
Yeah. Sure. I think anyone that understands this game, outdoor is the nucleus of all of it.
Yeah, and that was the whole, and I'm like, indoor was indoor. Like, what am I going to do with this indoor? So
if you're,
I came to Baltimore.
You're from Bermuda, why would you go indoors for anything?
I came to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Came to the base, and what happened was that my green card wasn't set up yet, so I was asked, Gary Hinley.
Yeah.
Asked me, he says, well, why don't you go try indoors? So what happened, the season of the indoor was wintertime.
Yeah.
That allowed me to go back to Bermuda and do stuff for young people.
Yeah.
Camps, and so it just to kind of stay connected. And that happened for years. What had happened was that as I was growing through the football aspect of being a professional, I realized, hold up, I only have basic high school education. What have I got to fall back on?
Right.
Not only that, what am I going to deliver to young people? What's the next step?
That's a really interesting thing because, and I think that goes to the size of your homeland, because with only 66,000 people, like you said, you get this sense of pride and individuality, where in America, there's 300 million of us. There's enough money to run the whole world. It's almost impossible to be really poor in this country. So your ability or desire or want to come in to give back, I think that's a big part of what's missing from the American soccer players, because they're just experiencing success on that level for the first time. Yeah. So it's an interesting difference. Yeah, and I think the culture of it itself is what has fueled the international game for so long.
Yeah.
And hurt. And I think what I mean by this, and maybe I'm not being clear. When you're an NFL player, an NHL, Major League Baseball, what am I forgetting? Football? NHL, football, basketball, and baseball. There is this sort of elite athlete feeling, where in soccer, I think worldwide, there are men from your country that, just given the exposure, could have been world-class players. Same with when you get into South America and Europe. There's so many great that there's not enough spots.
Yeah.
Where in football, I think the best really do rise. Yeah. They make it. There aren't a lot of guys left behind in the beer league, or Division 3 or 4. And I think your ability to see that and see that Bermuda also can grow as a country, like you said, economically, politically, socio-politically, all of that. If you could jump in a time machine right now and go 10 years ahead in Bermuda, what would the top 2 things you'd hope different you would see?
One would be the ability to understand the importance of a 21st century student and connected to a 21st century athlete. And here's the key, is that the game has gotten very complex. And when you're looking at high-level coaches, you're getting these coaching degrees based on where we are education-wise on athletes. Because if we are at the level and here as a coach, and if we're still got our standards are low with academics, the coaching level has to come.
You have to coach down, as opposed to the players playing up.
So if we continue to decline in our education, well, what empowers little people? Entertainment and sports.
Totally agree.
So it's very important that our professional athletes in all sports understand the need and the importance of education, because it's driven. You ask any young person, do you want to be a professional?
Yeah.
Or do you want to own a business?
Yeah.
And we have to connect these 2 pieces, because it's very important when you've got a small percentage, 0.001, that make it pro.
Yeah.
Then you have a percentage of an education continues to decline.
Sure.
Now we got to put all these other pieces. So I'm really hoping is that we're able to connect those pieces. The other thing is that what I love to see is, especially in Bermuda, identifying the pathway for talent. what would it look like? You know, if I've got an athlete and my son's 5, 6, 7, 8, being able to forecast based on their body type, based on their gene, into what avenue they can go in. And this comes before any kind of like performance facilities. Can we identify that, right? Do we have that technology to identify that? Because more athletes will come out of my country. I mean high athletes, because you know what we do? We go running, go play football, and do swimming. So what happens is that by the age of 14, I'm trying to figure out which one's best.
Yeah, you're a multi-dimensional athlete.
So
and you know, the ironic part of all of this, not to get too deep about things, but a lot of the islands in general were started as sort of hybrid cultures. You had maybe a government that was one way, a citizenship that wasn't necessarily brought there under the best terms, and then you combine those cultures, and it's produced another culture that is, in my opinion, better than either one individually.
Right.
The sum of both parts being greater. But don't you think you're a special guy in the way that you think, as opposed to most professional athletes?
Well, I think it's my upbringing. See, I wasn't brought through the norm. Been in an orphanage. Went through.
You were an orphan?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I never
for a short period of time. You know, and it was awesome. And I tell you, it was awesome because that's where the bonding came. That's where you had to learn quick, but my family was still tied together. And the sacrifices was made with my father, and that's what I love him for, because he made the sacrifice at the time to make sure that we were secure and we was all together. The other thing is that when you go through these trials and tribulations, you've got two ways you can go. You can use it as an excuse, or you can use it for empowerment and move people.
Agreed.
And that's what I've done. So my business, it's not just based around football. It's based around an empowerment leadership process that I developed. Part one. And what I've done is embedded this into companies, embedded it into my academies, and embedded it into everything that I do. And it's very important that happens. Because for me, my greatest value.
Excuse me 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you. Oh, please.
It's
I don't know if you remember this guy. At least show your face on the show now.
Where's my chair?
You're not getting a chair.
Where's my
You're not
chair?
even getting in this interview. Come over here.
So here's the boss now.
Yeah. So
just kneel down.
Yeah, that's all you can do on this. This is my time. So here's what happened. For those wondering, this is Gianni Tuminello, who is the vice president, general manager of the Baltimore Blast now.
Coconut butter?
I do. We already addressed that. We addressed that. It's shea butter. Get it right, idiot. So here's what happened. Gianni and I used to do a webcast together.
We still do. I've been a little
Apparently
busy.
we don't.
I've been a little busy this morning.
We had David, assistant coach,
I
set
have my
up.
chair.
Let me say this.
Still taking charge.
David came in like he was supposed to one time. It's been 40 minutes now or whatever.
I was with the boss too.
Okay. It used to be that this show was all he had. I got him this show. I started. Now he's the boss. He doesn't even show up for the show. It was good to see you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Congratulations on a great winning weekend.
I appreciate it.
Nice to see you, boss.
Yeah.
Is he your boss? Yeah.
Yeah, he's my. I don't really work for the company.
Hey, I do have a
but
quick
Coach
question.
Kelly has one thing to say. Fuck you.
I do have a quick question for him.
Yeah.
Your goal celebration. Where did you come up with your swing?
Cricket swing.
Is that what it is? A cricket swing?
That's a cricket swing. I got into cricket, didn't really the ball was too small.
Yeah.
I said the ball was not hitting me.
Right.
So I said, and plus my brother played. So he was on the national team, and I was the national team coach with my brother Herbie. So I said, you know what? It's a cricket swing. Nobody's doing it. So basically when you swing, it's like you're hitting a six. That means you're hitting the ball outside.
Is that like a home run in American baseball? Okay.
Yeah, so I was hitting the six, man. That was the and here, this whole bubble, I don't know what happened. Everybody got a bubble head and I got this, right? This actually started, Paul Kitson, who played for the Baltimore.
I remember Paul Kitson.
He was coming to, I had him, Danny, and all the guys come to Bermuda every summer.
Yeah.
And what happened is that these guys, we rent bikes for them.
Yeah.
And they always got in accidents. They can't go for 20 miles per hour. And it's 6 of them on the rentals. So what happened, I said, hey, you guys are a bike gang? So this is where the bike gang sign came.
Oh, that's hilarious. This was a bike gang?
This is the bike gang, right? This is the bike gang. And they didn't want me in the bike gang because I was the boss.
You can't, we don't want you on this show.
Yeah.
So I said, that's going to change. So I pleaded to him, I mean, I got him cases of beer, done everything I can.
Couldn't be in the bike
And I
game.
said, but you know what? When they got me in the bike game, so what happened after my hit 6? I'll be here.
I love it.
So I'll do this, and that's where the bubble arms came from.
That's a great question. Well, you came by for one. That was good to see. All right, go in there and make phone calls. Johnny, thanks for stopping by. That's our general manager and vice president in charge of
I want my
nothing.
chair back next show.
You got it. How funny is that? He just shows up when he wants now.
He shows up. He's your boss now, right? So here's my question.
Yeah. You can ask it loud. There's nobody in this room.
No, that's all right. Because he may have stuff. We don't know what he's got.
That's true. That was in the CIA.
He's got something.
What?
So, who's he fired? So he can fire me, basically.
Yes.
Like, what's his...
He is...
No, hold up. Can you pass that? No, this is my boss.
Yeah.
That's what... Okay.
Yes.
He got...
But...
Could you imagine?
I mean...
He just comes in and says you're fired?
If he did that...
That'd be awesome.
It would be the best.
No, I want to be here because I want to see how he'd do. He'd probably shake a little bit. First firing, yeah. You know, I should go mess with him and give him like one of those red sheets to tell him he's fired.
No, it was fun. Or you know what you do? Walk up and resign. See how he handles that. A fake resignation. Listen, I don't accept your leadership.
Just jumping into this. Your leadership's terrible. Yep, I'm done. I'm going back to Bermuda. At least we stick to what we know.